Happy Independence Day. Okay, maybe Doge should now investigate Elon. Let's get this camera straight. There we go. There we go. And we here. Let's go, y'all. You already know we get them glitches sometime. We ain't worried about it. That's why we get that little 51-second float in the beginning. You know? Y'all ready? Because I am. Me, 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 me. Let's go, y'all. Let's see if he ready. We've been waiting. It's been a long night. So what do you got for us this morning, buddy? You ready? Because we are. Anytime now. Bling, bling, bling. 6 o'clock yet? Bling, bling, bling. We know it's 6 o'clock when we bling, bling, bling. When we... What? And woo, we got to wake up those pores. We've got to wake up those pores because I want to, I like to introduce myself. His name was Bismarcky. Well, he's the human orchestra called Bismarcky. Making music orally was his specialty. When he said, I want to, girls got excited. Y'all know why I'm amped up, right? Cause it's pump that beat. Friday, July 4th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. When we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that, and that. When we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that. Just got me pissed. I don't know how to do it, but y'all know what I'm trying to do. Happy 4th of July, everybody. That's right. 4th of July. Y'all like, wait a minute, it's 4th of July? And Bugatti has the nerve to be doing the bottom line? Yes, because we don't play no games. We don't take no prisoners over here. Let me get that chat up right now. I need to see what's going on with you guys' chat right now because your chat's not coming up. Let me reload this page over here because I'm going to need to see who's in the building. We got to reload this page. I don't know what happened. We're going to try to see if we can get this chat going, but that is not a problem because it happens all the time. Things happen and we got to do what we got to do. Even if we got to take it back to the old way that we did it when it came down to the screen. We're going to do what we got to do. Y'all know how we do around these parts. But I hope everybody's having a fantastic day under the sound of my voice. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Hope you guys had a fantastic evening. It is the 4th of July. You guys be careful out there. Don't do nothing too crazy because I know I ain't. Had a great evening. Had to do the tasting yesterday. It went phenomenal. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I truly appreciate you guys. We got a bunch in the clip. We got a whole 4th of July here. We're not being able to get the chat right now, so I am not able to see who's in the building. I'm not going to mess around with this thing because it'll stunt the show. I have no idea what's happening right now. Let me see if I can get the internet back open. My guys are mostly calm and they work with me. So let me see if you guys can give me a chance here to get this internet cracking again. Because if I can get the internet back on, yep, we should be able to see what's going on with you guys' chat. Yep, we got it back, y'all. You see how patience always works out? We got to do what we got to do. Let me get on over to YouTube right now. I don't mind dealing with none of that crap. Sorry, you guys, I totally apologize for this. I want to know who's in the building. I already know who's kind of here, but let me just get an idea because I really want to shout you guys out. That's what I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to get back in the building because right now, the way they got me looking right now is kind of crazy. I see Batty Lynn up in the building. Happy 4th of July. Everybody up in the building. We got 163 people already up in here. Glad you guys are being patient with me. Something's going on with this laptop. Ooh, they messed up. They let me back in. It's about to go down, y'all. Give me 1 second. I really want to know what you guys have to say. I seen Batty Lynn. I see Liberty and Justice. Come on, keep on going. Come on, I see y'all. Keep on popping in. We just gotta work with what we gotta work with sometimes. Sometimes we get these little glitches. I'm gonna tell you guys what's going on right now. I got the laptop over here. What I basically do now is I read all of you guys' comments off of this laptop. It's much clearer for my eyes, and it doesn't make me have to go so much into the camera like I used to always have to do, all having my face all in there and everything. So it's much better like this, where I can read you guys chat. I can comment with you separately on a whole different area, and I can see everything that you guys are saying. I wish I could turn the camera around, and in a second, hopefully it's gonna come on up and we'll be able to keep on moving. We got a long show today. Yeah, matter of fact, let's do that. Let's let some people get in the building because we don't normally do that. We normally just run and gun. We don't normally let the show stack up. So we're gonna stack up right now. It's the 4th of July. It's the 4th of July. We're gonna do a little bit different. I don't care if people run whatever they feel like doing. It's all good. I'm tired of chasing and playing games. We're already up to almost 300 episodes. Y'all gonna rock with me. Y'all gonna rock with me. It is what it is. We're gonna do a good show today too. I got a whole bunch stacked over here. Just to meet you guys are really my co-hosts. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this without talking to you guys and seeing your comments because it just can't flow like that. Used to do that, but can't flow like that anymore. The way that you guys rock and the way that we go back and forth, it's very essential to what we do. So I'm gonna let this screen pop on up over here as it's opening. Yeah, I had to do it twice. We got real. Come on, we got it. Don't try to play with me now. I saw you pop up. I saw what you did. Try to pop up and then disappear again. So I seen that we have Rebecca in the building. Yes, we got Batty Lynn in the building. We got Liberty and Justice in the building. We got Tigress in the building. Mad Hatter, good morning, everybody. Happy 4th. Stay speaking the truth. Thank you so much. Camera moving up like George. Camera moving up like George and Wheezy. The camera's fine. Stop playing. And you don't want to get spanked this early. Trust me, you don't want to play around this early. What else? I had to find you not getting notices. Yeah, something happened today, kind of crazy, but we get glitches like that. Things don't work out perfectly in life. What we have to do is be patient. And guess what? Let's get into this title. Stop playing. Trump, maybe Doge should now investigate Elon. Ooh, I thought that was your boy though. Now all of a sudden things ain't like, it ain't all good like it was just a week ago, huh? Things ain't just good like it was a week ago, right? So we right into this title. We're not even playing right now. What we got? We got Trump. He says maybe Doge should now investigate Elon. He said maybe I should turn around the cameras and we put the focus on Elon Musk since he's got so much beef. You know how I am. I like to show receipts and I like to have proof. So I'm gonna run back a few days and play that clip because I like to have the receipts and not just talk about it. We're gonna keep on moving forward. What else we got? We got this guy over here. That's right, our next mayor, because you know it's gonna happen. Zoran Mamdani responds to Donald Trump saying he would have him arrested. Woo, he definitely did say that. He also said that he's got to come into these doors. He pointed to the White House and he said he's got to come into these doors to get money. He said, and I can send him out of here with nothing. So he's going to have to play ball. We're going to see. And he's really saying, I can't believe that New York would allow a such and such, I'm not going to say the ominous word, but to be your mayor. We're going to keep on moving forward. Last but not least, we got a prison letter that adds mystery to a Detroit couple's disappearance, and we took that out because it was real boring. When I saw it, I was like, let me get something else going on in there. Without any further ado, let me get up to these receipts. Let me get back and rejuvenate what I gotta do, because that little glitch that threw us off this morning didn't really hurt, but you know, we don't normally get down like that. So it's July the 4th. I want to show some receipts. We're going directly to what we talked about on this title right here. And let's get into this, y'all. Let's get to work. Let's go.
We're also going to talk about Gaza. We want to get the rest. We got a lot of hostages back, but we're going to talk about Gaza. I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible? He gets a lot of subsidies, Peter. But Elon's very upset that the EV mandate is going to be terminated. And you know what? When you look at it, not everybody wants an electric car. I don't want an electric car. I want to have maybe gasoline, maybe electric, maybe a hybrid, maybe someday a hydrogen. If you have a hydrogen car, it has one problem. It blows up, So I'm going to give that one to Peter. I'm going to let Peter test it out.
So that was just for receipts. That was just for my receipts right there. We're going to go ahead and get into Mike Johnson because now he spoke after one big, beautiful bill got signed yesterday. That's right. Mike speaks after Trump's big, beautiful bill passes the House, headed to the White House.
Abraham Lincoln said in the Gettysburg Address, we are dedicated to this proposition, to one nation, under God. A government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. This is an experiment. It's only 249 years, y'all. That's not a long span of time in human history. It's just a blip on the whole scale of human history. It is up to us to save it. It's up to the duly elected representatives of the people to come here and represent. And it's up to every single one of us. Of the people, by the people, for the people, all of us. So you got to be engaged, and we got to pass this along to the next generation. Reagan reminded us, freedom's not inherited in the bloodstream. It's got to be protected. It's got to be fought for. It's got to be taught to the next generation so that they will have the same liberty, opportunity, and security that we have all known and too often take it for granted. So I just want to say, we're going to get to the main event here. We're about to sign this bill and get it over to the White House, okay? Some of these men and women have got to go catch flights and stuff. So we're going to sign this real quick, and I'll take a few questions. But I just want to say this: do not take for granted what we have been given. This grand experiment in self-governance. We can preserve it, but we got to do it all together. God bless you. Thanks for being here.
Now, as you guys know, every time we do this, I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5, and then I'm coming to the comments. We was a little disheveled earlier, but we got it back. We got more. We got the control back of the vehicle, and now we on course, y'all. Yes, you know what we doing. Oh, you wasn't going to talk about the bill being passed? Come on, you know I'm going to talk about the bill being passed. Now we got to go on over to North Korea. Real serious situation that I'm not cool with at all. Don't like it. Don't like what's going on at all. And I'm going to just call it out. What's wrong, Russia? Y'all soft. Y'all losing. Couldn't win, huh? Think about this. I thought that y'all was so scary. You used to scare me, Russia. I used to be scared of y'all. Crimea, all that stuff. Even when Drago, Fort Rocky, I was scared to death of y'all. If y'all can't beat Ukraine, what could y'all do with the United States of America? Stop playing with me. Now you got to go to North Korea to get soldiers? Yeah, you think we wasn't going to find out about that, right? You're losing soldiers, so now you got to go to North Korea to get them. Come on, y'all, check out what they're doing over here. They're sending up to 30,000 more troops from North Korea because Russia's losing soldiers.
Russia's getting yet more help from North Korea in its ongoing invasion of Ukraine. According to Ukrainian intelligence, Pyongyang is sending up to 30,000 more troops to bolster Russian forces along the front lines. North Korea initially sent some 11,000 troops to Russian territory last year. Officials say thousands of those North Korean fighters were either killed or wounded. Nick Payton-Walsh has the story.
They brought near suicidal, ruthless tactics, the rumblings of a war going global. 11,000 North Korean troops helped Russia expel Kiev's soldiers from its border of Kursk. But that, it seems, is just the start. CNN has learned up to 30,000 more may be headed to the front lines, according to Ukrainian intelligence, for use in a summer offensive. With Moscow hungry for manpower and Pyongyang keen to school its troops in brutal trench and drone warfare.
So now if you think about it, this is the reason why they're losing money and why they're talking about let's go ahead and end the war. Don't take the first thing that you hear from people's mouths. I'm going there, Vladimir. I'm coming at you right now. When you came the other day and you said, okay, now we can go ahead and end the war with Ukraine because you're spending a whole bunch of money on these mercenaries. And they're tired of, and the Russian people are tired of doing that, right? And you lost a lot of your own soldiers, right? So now you got to do what? Got to outsource and do this nonsense? How about end the war finally already? Because if you really think about it, you're not winning when you're exhausting your country by doing stuff like this. Nobody really know about what's really going on, right? Check it out.
They were first seen here in October, but recently the routes used then could be active again. A troop-carrying Raputa ship was seen here on May the 18th, the same type of vessel at the same Russian port used in transports last.
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style.
Last year, experts said. Ukraine also assesses Russia will refit transport planes like the ones seen on the tarmac here again in June at North Korea's Sunan airport to move so many North Koreans.
So 30,000 people, 30,000 soldiers, and if you really look at it, it's just like I said, mercenaries, or maybe that's the reason why they've been so buddy-buddy with North Korea, because of situations like that. What are they getting, discounts on gas or something like that? Something's going on in order to maintain what they're doing over there. It's really SUCKS, sucks, because it needs to be over. And like I said earlier, I know we don't condone war over here, but I used to be scared to death of Russia. And I have to look at it as a grown man now and say, if you couldn't deal with Ukraine, what the hell were you going to do with the United States if you ever was going to have some beef with us? 10, 11 months already fighting? Raising Cain, boom, Russia, over. How about that? Ain't going to start no beef because I know we do have a following and people pay attention. So let me just move on over to Trump now talking about, Raskin. That's right, Congressman Raskin. He's going to talk about the bill. He's going to basically go into it because we're hearing about one side of it, but we're not hearing about all sides. And we have to be fair here on our bottom line. So let's go ahead and let the congressman talk about what's going on.
Mr. Speaker, I found the preamble to this big ugly bill. We the billionaires and our king, in order to deform and sicken our union, establish injustice, ensure domestic servility, weaken our people's defenses, undermine the general welfare, and reserve to ourselves and our posterity staggering debt servitude for eternity, do hereby instruct the Republicans in Congress to strip 17 million people of their health care, increase co-pays, deductibles, and premiums for everyone else.
Congressman Jamie Raskin, Democrat of Maryland, delivered what he said should be the preamble to that bill, currently working its way through Congress. He's a ranking member of the Judiciary Committee, and he joins me now. Congressman, let me just first start by your understanding of where things do stand with this bill.
It's up in the air. We've been sent home for the night. There are at least three groups of Republicans who are acting very recalcitrant and evasive. One are those who are saying that this is an absolute debt exploder, and they spend all their time talking about reducing deficits and debt, and this will add $3.5 or $4 trillion to the debt. A second group is those who are really afraid, if not for moral reasons, then at least political reasons, of what it means to throw 17 million people off of Medicaid and 42 million people off of nutrition assistance. So they might be afraid for their election, or they might be having some pang of conscience about it. And the third are those who learned from the Senate that they should hold out and try to shake Trump down for whatever it is they can extract for themselves or their particular political groupings or their district. So that's what's creating this long holdup. The shocking thing is they allocated only 1 hour of debate, 30 minutes on each side, to this entire bill, which will be absolutely life-changing for basically everybody in America. 1 hour of debate, and then they've kept us waiting around for 6, 7, 8 hours. We could have been debating the bill and talking about its provisions, but they would prefer to just have everybody, wandering around in the dark and eating bad pizza all night.
All right, I want to know what you guys got to say about this. We got Natalie Georgievich that says, good morning. We got TD that says, what's going on in America nowadays? Good morning, everyone's from Young Wolf. John says, food, they get paid in money and food for North Korea citizens, even though no citizens in North Korea is going to see the food. That is crazy right there. Tigress said, Raskin, J6 committee, pardons gonna get nullified. Lawan says, we use what we have to communicate what we want. Okay, Liberty and Justice says YouTube gets enough money. Christian Meldwin, dude, watching returns of the news and now contributing anything stupidity. So you can leave, motherfucker. Get up out of here. Christian, excuse my French. You can leave. Why don't you just go? Matter of fact, I'm gonna help you. Excuse me, guys. Let me get Christian up out of here so I don't even gotta ask him no more. Bam! Out of here. Stupid. You grown man. You talking about what I'm doing, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. You go do something else. Now we got liberty and justice. That's morning young war for Natalie. If you'd be able-bodied to go get a job. That's right. I don't hear nothing over here about anybody trying to work. Just like when I'm trying to give out this Burlington gift certificate over here. People are real quick to tell me stuff like, I need $500 for rent. I'm trying to get some help paying this bill. Okay, I can help you, but I'm trying to give you a gift certificate so you can buy a suit. Maybe you can get some boots or something like that. But no, they just want the money. And I'm not doing that because guess what? I need money too. Don't let these damn suits fool you. Keep on going, you guys. We got to go over here to Kathy Joku Hoku. And she just got finished suspending one of her assistants for SA allegations. Check this out. And last week, what happened? Somebody else in her administration got messed up. Let me tell you something about this administration when it comes to Kathy Joku Hoku. She is a total mess. She might as well really be the Joker and have all of these minions running around because the people that she actually has in her administration, they've been doing nothing but negative and illegal things for the entire time that they've been in office so far. Second person this month that had a situation happen. Check this situation out right here. I want you guys to see, where's this Kathy Joku Hoku crap at right here? Here it is right here. Let's look at this right here real quick.
CBS News New York has learned Governor Hochul has suspended her press secretary amid allegations of sexual harassment. Sources tell Marcia Kramer Avi Small is accused of inappropriately touching another male staffer during a retreat last month in Albany. We have learned an investigation is underway. We've reached out to Small and have not yet heard back. The governor's communication director says, quote, Governor Hochul has zero tolerance for misconduct by any New York State employee. While we cannot comment on an open investigation, as soon as a complaint was brought to the chamber, the employee in question was placed on leave.
Yep, another one bites the dust. I don't even see why you even still a governor. You are the worst. The worst. It's the second time this happened. First, Elliot Spitzer did something crazy. Then we got the lieutenant governor. Then we had now a situation with Cuomo. Now we got the cleanup. And this lady don't know her ass from her elbow. What you guys got to say about this? What's going on? What's the moral point of this? What else you got? We got Joseph. Let me get one of them suits, my G. Tim says, need some Dickies. These are working folks. I hear you. A lot of them are shady. James says, free Diddy. I think he's about to be free, James, believe it or not. New York City is a mess. We love Donald Trump. That's what James says. Mad Hatter says, this is the land of the free, but they turned into land of free stuff. And the people that's not happy, you're grown. You can go like this and go to a whole nother channel. You ain't got to see me no more. I don't know why you over here just trolling, saying stupid. I guess you want a reception or whatever like that. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to ignore the trolls and we're going to start getting y'all out of here. So, because you don't want to leave on your own, I'm going to help you. Boom! That's how we do it. When you hear that, boom! That's you leaving, all right? Just so you know. We got to keep on moving now because now we got Trump again floats the idea of deporting U.S. citizens. Maybe that'll be the next job that he's going to take on, he said. Imagine that, U.S. citizens. And thank you guys so much over here. Blue, 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 blue. Thank you. Come on, straighten Bugatti out because I'm feeling a little bit anxious right now. Thank you so much. I need that love right there because woo, we got the haters. They rampant today, y'all. I guess they said to themselves, we can't afford fireworks, so we gonna be the fireworks ourselves. Haters is acting up, boy. Let's go on and get into
Supreme
this.
Court 4 days ago that allows the Trump administration to begin implementing a flatly odious and unconstitutional order on birthright
I gotta
citizenship.
let y'all hear this.
Well, today, the administration announced it will begin deporting people subject to that order as soon as July 27. It's madness.
Bye-bye.
But it is madness with a method.
Goodbye.
Which is to deconstruct the foundational concept of what it is to be an American. A concept created in this country's second founding by the...
So now all of a sudden, these illegal immigrants that were walking in convoys with groups of people going like this, sticking up their middle finger to us, are Americans. That, come on, we not stupid. But I let the other side get theirs. Don't say I don't. This just seems like a mind blow right here. Y'all know better than what to listen to this crap right here. But I gotta let it be played because they say, oh, all you play is Fox. You don't play. Okay, go ahead. Here you go.
The 14th Amendment and the victory of the Union, the Civil War. A belief that we are all Americans across all lines of difference, from race to religion to creed. They hate that. They're trying to destroy it. Sherilyn Ifill is the founding director of the 14th Amendment Center for Law and Democracy at Howard University. She was previously president and director counsel for the NAACP Legal Defense Fund.
Now this right here, sister, talk about.
She has a new piece out this week titled A Court Without the Range, the Reconstruction Court 2.0, and she joins me now. Sherilyn, we are seeing a sustained attack on some of the foundational ideas of the Reconstruction Amendments. None more foundational, I think, than this question of who belongs and who's a citizen. What do you make of what we are seeing now that the Supreme Court has paved the way to begin some kind of patchwork implementation of this executive order?
You get 1 minute. Go for it.
Thanks so much, Chris. This is a danger of the highest order, a danger to our republic as we know it. The conservatives on this court and conservatives in general have long pushed back against the promise and the power of the 14th Amendment to our Constitution, which was ratified in 1868 after the Civil War. The purpose of the 14th Amendment was to ensure that Black people, formerly enslaved and free, would be full citizens, but also was to reset our country and to center the principles of equality and justice in our country. And that's the project that they are pushing back against. They have decided.
No, but what that got to do with illegal immigrants? You just said it yourself. You just said the law ain't had nothing to do with illegal immigrants coming over here, having babies and trying to say that they're going to stay over here. Nah, come on, man. Just go ahead. Kick a rock for a block. We're going to keep on moving forward because New York City Council has just approved a bill for a $115.9 billion budget. I wonder what they're going to do with that. Luckily, we ain't taking care of the immigrants anymore because that $115.9 billion would have went straight to the Roosevelt hotels and probably benefits for them. I don't care what nobody got to say in the comments. I work hard every day. This is something I do in the morning. This is part of my job. I slept 3 hours last night. I got 3 or 4 jobs. So people talking about, oh, get a job, do what you got to do. I don't do nothing but work. That's why I'm looking like this right now. You think I ain't tired? I've been up for 3 hours. I slept for 3 hours and got trolls, got their nerve to be talking about something. People that have been like this all night. Got one thing going on. What? This boy over here worked for every single thing that he got, and I'm proud of it. So when I call out stuff like that, I don't have no problem with standing on what I'm standing on. I sleep 3 hours. I go to bed at 11, and I get up at 3 in the morning. So if anybody can beat that, y'all holler at me. Yeah, if not, kick a rock for a block. Ha, 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 I love you. Yes, right. Thank you. I love you too. AKA people who can't actually read. Hot breath, whatever. Call me whatever you want. And that's thank you for being here, Frog. That's why I come here and do this every day. For real people like Natalie Georgievich, for people like all of these people right here. That's why I do this, because I know that there's some real people. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. It's 4 hours, but it's you. Let me see you do it. Why not watch this? Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it for 200 days. Press the button at 6 o'clock and do what Bugatti doing. Let me see you do it. And I'm not bragging. I'm telling you what I really do. Production by myself, the suits by myself, hair by Bugatti, camera work, light work. I ain't even asking for jack, but because that's what I get. Go look at the monetization. Zoom, 0. If who ain't here, if Harley ain't here, your boy gets jack. I do this for me, trust me, and the numbers. Don't make no money doing this. Ask y'all for money. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, he's a what they call it? What they call that? Scammer. I don't ask y'all for no money. I be having to do this and all of that, so y'all don't feel hurt about it. Let me keep on moving forward. Because I can really go there if I want to. We got to keep on moving forward because we got the Baltimore police officer who's being held without bail on charges of R-wording a 16-year-old. And that's why we come here, to make stories, to let people get aware of what's going on, to have a fantastic community and talk about stuff. I can't do this without y'all. I get energized every single morning when I come here. So that's what I get out of doing it. So everybody up in here talk, and then I go do 3 other jobs. So all of these people talking crap, yeah, all right. So all of that slacking, wanting to get money for free and stuff, ain't nobody ever give me nothing for free. That's why I'm not used to it. And that's why when I hear it, it sounds foreign. So whatever. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. What we got over here? This police officer. I want you guys to see this because he needs to stay in prison. And again, this is why we do our bottom line, to get this information out, have a fantastic community of people that can talk about it, and hopefully prevent a lot of this stuff from happening again.
A Baltimore City police officer accused of raping a teenage girl will remain behind bars. This afternoon, a judge denying Curlin Edwards' request for bail as he faces several felony charges. Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor was in the courtroom, joins us live with the very latest on this case. Rebecca.
Mary, today we learned that Edwards has been with the police department for about 2.5 years and he has no prior criminal history. However, he has now been suspended without pay and is facing up to a life behind bars.
A Baltimore police officer entrusted with protecting and serving city streets, now finding himself on the other side of the law. 34-year-old Curlin Edwards charged with raping, assaulting, and unlawfully detaining a 16-year-old girl. According to charging documents, Edwards admitting to dating the teen and engaging in sexual relations. The girl telling police a confrontation ensued after Edwards accused her of cheating. She says he put her in a chokehold and strangled her until she lost consciousness.
How you cheating on a 16-year-old? This is the craziness I'm talking about. Start dealing with people outside your age, and then you start acting like they're your age. He need to be where he at. 16-year-old Baltimore police, serve and protect, supposed to be taking care of this kid. He's crazy. Thank you so much, Steven, because if everybody would give your boy $2, I'd be good. Refreshing my American brother. Thank you so much. Let's keep on going.
He turned his TV up to mask her screams, then locked the doors and didn't allow her to leave.
So this is all being done to a 16-year-old. I don't know how you got access to this child, but it's crazy.
Strangled her until she lost consciousness. He turned his TV up to mask her screams, then locked the doors and didn't allow her to leave. Charging documents state. Detectives also say Edwards admitted to grabbing his unloaded duty weapon and giving it to the alleged victim as a test. He says he told her to shoot him because he deserved it. During his bail review, a public defender requesting his release, arguing Edwards' profession makes him a target behind bars. But the judge disagreeing, denying bond due to the seriousness of the charges.
It does not matter to me that this person is a police officer. We're talking about a 16-year-old girl.
At an unrelated press conference, Mayor Brandon Scott commending the justice system for treating Edwards like they would anyone accused of a crime.
Anytime anybody is accused with sexual assault and rape of anyone, especially mine, it's hideous. But when it's someone whose job is to do that exactly, to remove them people from the streets himself, it makes it even worse. And this is just unacceptable, and we should have the most stringent penalty possible and placed upon this person if we're able to get a conviction.
Yeah, that's why he got locked up and they ain't letting him out because it got too loud. Now they got to do something about it. Good, that's fantastic, and it's sad that it had to go on that long for a situation like that to have to occur. This is bananas out here, you guys. What y'all got to say about that one right there? This is horrible. I hope they throw the book at him. Young Wolf says, John, they always so easy to spot, huh? What else? What else we got? Indians Exposed says, keep him in the FTS. There you go. Deport all pedos. There we go. Now we staying on point. Y'all never read the Bible, huh? I definitely do. Read it 2 times, honestly, because I wanted first to be able to say that I did it, and then I did it to actually understand it. I want to see people held accountable. I do too. Thank you so much, Franklin. We got some real people up in here today. Make pedos organ donors. Ooh, I don't even want their organs to be used. There you go. We need to get them people like that right there. And now he had the nerve to be a Baltimore police officer. Kids look up to police officers. I want to be a cop when I get older. I know that when I go to a police officer, I can be safe. You're going to take care of me, right? Him right there, that dude right there, put him in a special place, right? And tell everybody there what he did. And just leave him alone. You know what? This is what he did. Y'all go ahead and take care of him. Let the people deal with that. We're going to keep on moving forward because now we got these prosecutors that say that there was 3 New York DMV examiners that were selling licenses. Damn. All them years I was trying to bust my butt to learn how to drive, and there was people out here selling them for $1,600. Check this out, y'all. Yeah, we got corruption at every level. I learned this saying watching Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. Well, guess what? It's actually true saying, because in any position, you can have great power. And depending on what you do with it is the responsibility of how you wield it.
3 New York State DMV examiners schemed with a driving school to help people get licenses without ever taking the proper tests. And they
all out here, bang, bang, crashing into stuff. Come on now, for real?
Allegedly pocketed thousands of dollars in cash along the way. Investigative reporter Tim McNicholas walks us through these new criminal charges.
Detectives say the T&E driving school on Roosevelt Avenue in Queens charged people $1,600 to $2,000 each to falsify driving exams. Investigators say the school's owner worked with 3 DMV examiners and a substitute driver who posed as other people to take tests. Prosecutors say the scheme may have allowed hundreds, if not thousands, of people to get licenses.
Countless individuals are now driving on our roads without ever having demonstrated the basic skills necessary to do it safely.
Wow. The school is in Queens, but prosecutors say the scheme involved several testing locations on Staten Island. Investigators say they cracked the case using undercover cameras and an undercover NYPD officer who paid the school $1,600.
A short time ago, our undercover, who never took the test, was told by the school that he had passed and he was getting a license.
Wow.
The DMV now says it's in the process.
You see how they set them up? They sent an undercover in there. He had the nerve to call the undercover and said, you passed. Got your $1,600, come on and get your license. That's crazy. The evil, call it what it is, and it's every day, explains a lot. Diabolical, there we go. That happens in Massachusetts with a mass state police officers with tractor trailer licenses, says Dr. Deuce. We got Young Wolf that says New York, surprise, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Y'all know what I'm doing, right? With the lady with the commercial.
Of revoking the driving privileges of any customers of the scheme.
These individuals were often those who did not speak or understand English and may have believed that they were all taking necessary legitimate steps.
Wow. So how they reading
So
road
Tim,
signs?
this is obviously a scary thought.
So how are they reading the road signs in that case if they don't know English or anything like that? So now we know why we got all these Asian people out here that don't know how to drive. Ooh, Bugatti, you racist. Come on, it's just a funny pun. Stop playing. You know I'm not racist. But guess what I am going to be happy about? The fact that you guys are here and the fact that it's July the 4th, Independence Day. I wish I could do that whistle. Yes, that's right, independence, because my dad, he was in the army and he fought for us as well. That's right, you guys. Do me a favor, if y'all appreciate the content that y'all watching right now, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those haters up out of here. Also, go ahead, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to make sure we run up those numbers. Become a member. That's free. Okay, keep on moving forward, you guys. I want to know if you guys love animals the way that I do. Every time I see an animal, it just lights me up. No matter if it's a small dog, a cat, or whatever like that. It just seems so innocent, so beautiful, and so smart. And they're always dedicated to you no matter what, especially dogs. So that's why I have a special place in my heart for dogs. How you guys doing over there with all that love? I see you. Thank you so much. Check this out. A man who was traveling internationally made one of the stupidest decisions he could have. There was a TSA dog. His name is Freddie. He comes around and he smells your packages to see if you have any drugs or or actually vegetation. Mad Hatter, thank you so much. We appreciate your time in putting these clips together for us to see. 7 days, 365. Keep it going, brother. I thought about you yesterday. No BS. You said something like that yesterday, and that's the reason why I keep it going. You said something like, Bugatti, I noticed this. I see you doing that. When one person notices something that you're doing and you're real serious about it, we really appreciate that. Hell with the money, Mad Hatter. Appreciate the 1999, but I appreciate you even more. And when you do what you got to do, you're always on point and you're a perfect co-host. So I don't care about that other stuff. We're gonna get it. We're gonna keep it moving. Mad Hatter, mad love to you, and happy 4th. We got to get this fool over here though, because you know what he did? He had the nerve to kick. Andrew, thank you so much too. Andrew, I appreciate people like you being bringing me the news. I have 3 cats, definitely love animals. Keep it up. Well, check this out. This fool right here, he got kicked out of our country for kicking the dog that came over to smell his food, his luggage. And guess what? He did have something in there. So you know what the government did? Oh, you want to kick one of our dogs? How about we kick you out of the country and send you back to Cairo? Check this out, y'all. Thank you so much, Andrew. Everybody here, do us a favor. Thank Mad Hatter as well as Andrew for the super chats that they put through, because we really appreciate that favor. We really do, and we thank you so much for everything, because you know it's real hard out here right now. Everybody ain't got money, so you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Let me grab this clip right here for you guys. Woo! Come on now, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Oh no. Oh no, I can't do it. I gotta keep on moving, y'all. That clip ain't there. We gotta keep on moving now. Can't find that clip, y'all. I can't do it. I gotta keep on moving. I don't know what happened with that, but we gotta keep moving. Have no idea. Sometimes I lose clips and I apologize. I gotta go over to the Diddy trial now because his bail dreams have been crushed in a stunning upset of a twist that judges immediately. I'm gonna get that clip for y'all. I'm gonna find it while we're doing something. P. Diddy's bail dreams are crushed in a stunning court twist. Judges immediately denied bail, and here is why. I'm gonna go into this clip, and I'm gonna come back to that for you because I don't want you guys thinking I'm gonna tell you guys something and not get it to you. Woo! Just making me work even more. Let's go though. Let's go.
Weeks, and if you thought that was the only major decision of the day, you would be wrong. We're gonna talk about what happened on this absolutely monumental day in court. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Or two. And all that was the historic verdict out of the Sean Diddy Combs criminal court today. A split verdict after almost 13 hours of deliberations and weeks of testimony and evidence and arguments. The 12 jurors acquitted Sean Combs of the more severe charges, the ones that carried the stiffest prison sentence, potentially 15 years to life in prison, but convicted him of the Mann Act charges, which, by the way, carry up to 10 years in prison each, although I will tell you in a filing today from the government, it appears the sentencing range they're looking for is 51 to 63 months, so 4 to 5 years. However, there is no mandatory minimum. So would the judge go lower? We'll talk about what the defense is asking for too. And also, whatever the sentences are, would he combine the sentences consecutively, one after another? Maybe, maybe not. A lot of questions, but I'll tell you what, you would think that the verdict would be just the only big part of today. You would think that's the only major decision. Not the case. Because we got to talk about what happened later on in the day. The bail hearing. Right after the verdict, it was a question of should Sean Combs be granted release while awaiting sentencing, which the judge set today, by the way. Sort of set the sentencing date. I'll talk more about that as well. But I mean, let's talk about Sean Combs. He's been locked up since September 2024. He's been denied bail at each turn. There was a change of circumstances here. He had just been acquitted of 3 of the charges. So
y'all know what happened with Sean Combs. Y'all already know what happened, where we at with that. We already understand that. But I got to go get this clip because I promised y'all this clip. So let me go find this clip real quick because it's already in the deck. And here we go. All right, yeah. Sorry, you guys. Today I'm a little disheveled. I appreciate you guys sticking in there with me. But yeah, it's one of those days. I had to do a tasting yesterday, not even making excuses. Not even really supposed to come on here and make excuses or anything like that when it comes down to you know, YouTube, because y'all really don't care about that. But let me see. Man, send back to Egypt. Kick dog. Can't I want to make sure we get that clip. There we go. I can't do it. I got to make sure we on point. It can't be nothing where I'm just saying something and it's not actually what's going down. And I'm trying to find the longest one. We got to get this show right. We don't play around when it comes down to our show. His name is Freddie, by the way. Let's go. Freddie, the CPB Beagle, was kicked. Nah, I don't want to read it. I want somebody else to say it. It's better when they do it. Sorry.
Egyptian man is being sent back to his country now after assaulting a Customs and Border Protection canine at Dulles International. 5-year-old Beagle Freddie was inspecting baggage alongside his handler from travelers who arrived from Cairo, Egypt on Tuesday. The canine detected more than 100 pounds of banned food products inside a man's luggage. According to an affidavit, that traveler violently kicked the dog. A veterinarian determined Freddie suffered bruises to his rib area. The 70-year-old man pleaded guilty to harming animals used in law enforcement. He was traveling with meat, rice, eggplant, cucumbers, bell peppers, corn seeds, and herbs.
So Freddie basically did his job and you got tight, so you kicked him and you got kicked out the country. That's important to me. The same way that those TSA agents want to make sure he got kicked out the country, it's important for me to let y'all know we messing around with no dogs, man, because something can definitely happen and it might go down like that. We got to go over to this Paramount situation where the parent company for CBS settled with Donald Trump for $16 million. Let's go. Let's get it. We on the road now. We got it now. We straight. We good. We got it. We got the lineup back. If we can get some audio. Really? Okay. I see how we doing this. No audio, huh? Woo! On a roll today. Oh God. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. All right, let's go to find another clip. We gotta do what we gotta do sometime. What the hell? Oh.
All right, everyone. We will get you back out to President Trump from earlier today, but we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you concerning President Trump. We are learning that Paramount and CBS have settled a lawsuit that was brought by President Trump. So we want to bring this to your attention here on Live Now from Fox. This is just breaking within the last couple of minutes. Paramount Global and CBS have agreed today to pay President Donald Trump a sum that could reach north of $30 million to settle the president's election interference lawsuit against the network. President Trump will receive $16 million up front. This will cover legal fees, cost of the case, and contributions to his library or charitable causes to be determined at Trump's discretion. There is an expectation that there will be another allocation in the mid-8 figures set aside for advertisements, public service announcements, or other similar transmissions in support of conservative causes by the network, Fox News Digital has learned. Sources close to the situation told Fox News Digital that CBS has agreed to update its editorial standards to install a mandatory new rule. Going forward, the network will promptly release full unedited transcripts of future presidential candidates' interviews. People involved in the settlement talks have referred to this as the Trump rule. Trump was seeking $20 billion in his lawsuit against CBS over its handling of a 60 Minutes interview last year with then Vice President Kamala Harris, accusing the network of election interference leading up to the 2024 contest. CBS is not acknowledging any journalistic wrongdoing with the settlement. The lawsuit alleged CBS News deceitfully edited an exchange Harris had with 60 Minutes correspondent Bill Whitaker, who asked her why Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu wasn't listening to the Biden administration. Harris was widely mocked for the word salad answer that aired in a preview clip of the interview on CBS Face the Nation.
So they lost and they settled 16 million first. That's what's going to come up, and the rest, I guess, in donations and charitable monetary to all of Trump's charities. We're going to keep on moving forward because now we got everything on control. We got to go over to San Diego where we got this man in a Tesla that did something crazy, hit a driver of a motorcycle, and he's no longer alive, and he took his life while he was on the road. You guys be very careful. I drive motorcycles myself. So when I see things like this, it brings up a red flag to me, and it makes me very wary of something that can definitely happen. So sad situation. Actually, the way that the guy kept on going about it was pretty bizarre. After he crashed into the guy, he got out, took out money out of his pocket, and tried to walk on the highway to get people to drive him away from the scene of the accident. Pretty crazy. Check this out, you guys. Do me a favor, double tap that screen. San Diego, this is one for you right here. Let's go. We back.
7 News at 11 starts now.
He had like 2 scratches on the right foot. He had no shoes on. He was barefooted in the middle of the freeway, which I thought was like so weird.
Now, witnesses tell us about the moment a driver tried to walk away after investigators say he intentionally crashed into a motorcyclist on the 805 freeway, killing him. Thanks for joining us. I'm Catherine Garcia.
And I'm Mark Mona. We are learning new details tonight about Monday night's crash in Chula Vista, including the names of both the suspect and the victim.
Investigators say 22-year-old Ulysses Jimenez has now been charged with murder. NBC7's Dave Summers spoke to a witness and CHP about what happened.
There's a guy just walking in the middle of the road.
Jenny Keaty and her kids video recorded Ulysses Jimenez barefoot with a handful of cash asking for a ride as he walked away from his crashed Tesla.
Like, this guy's going into moving traffic and he doesn't even care.
The surreal images followed a fatal crash Keaty and her kids narrowly avoided.
I think he was trying to get a ride. People weren't falling for it. And then he started getting mad, like flipping people off.
Moments before that, California Highway Patrol investigators say Jimenez rammed his red Tesla at a high rate of speed into the back of 52-year-old Jorge Uribe Villalobos' new BMW motorcycle, killing him. The Tesla continued, then struck a 2012 black Ram pickup. The 24-year-old man driving it and his 5 passengers suffered minor injuries. The hit and run happened around 8:30 Monday evening, southbound on the 805 at Telegraph Canyon Road. Jimenez is charged with first-degree murder and hit and run. CHP investigators are now saying there could be more charges. They're still investigating whether he was driving under the influence of drugs.
He must have been on
Investigators say this was no accident, that it was intentional. And they know that from statements Jimenez said after his arrest. The two didn't know each other, which may suggest this is a case of road rage.
You mentioned that he appeared kind of out of it.
He did. Like his face, like he didn't seem remorseful, like running, or like he was walking as if he was walking to a grocery store.
Katie says police surrounded Jimenez with guns drawn. He didn't immediately do as instructed, but was eventually taken into custody without incident. For Jenny and her family, the road home may never be the same. But she'll certainly be keeping a close eye on what's ahead.
We got another bad situation here because, yes, we got to report more stuff going on. I think this is McLeansville, right? We got this 15-year-old that lost her life, and all she was doing was babysitting a dog. And they don't know who did it. They can't find anybody. They got no witnesses or anything. Terrible situations that's going on around here, you guys. Not fear-mongering, just bringing you the news and what's happening now that we got everything under control. Check it out.
We are on top of breaking news right now on WFMY News 2 at 6. A family member tells us a 15-year-old girl was murdered at a McLeansville home while she was dog sitting. Guilford County deputies say the victim was shot and killed, but no one has been arrested yet. WFMY News 2's Amber Lake has been trying to gather more information all day long. Amber, what's the latest?
Julie, tonight a 15-year-old girl is dead and her family is absolutely shattered. I spoke with a family friend earlier who says that he grew up with her and said that she was the sweetest person. He said the entire family just wants her to come home, but they know that she never will. Here on Hooper Road in McLeansville, this is where the incident happened. Investigators have not released the teen's name. Her grandmother told me that the girl was dog sitting at a house on Hooper Road when someone shot and killed her. The York County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded to a call about a gunshot around 4:30 early this morning. When they got here, they found...
I've been trying to find out where is this? McLeansville, Hooper, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to ask the chat. Does anybody actually know where this is? They said McLeansville, Hoopers or something like that. I'm sorry, I just don't know exactly where this is.
Found the girl dead inside the home. They're treating this as a homicide, but so far they haven't said anything about a suspect or motive. Deputies say this was an isolated incident and there's no threat to the community. Again, investigators have not released any information regarding a suspect in this case. Deputies stayed on scene most of the day. They've been going in and out of the home. They've been taking bags in there. They've been wearing gloves. They've been coming out, and they've been speaking with the heartbroken family that's been on the other side of the crime scene tape here in McLeansville, just crying. They are just consoling each other and just wanting answers from police. Reporting here in McLeansville, Amber Lake, WFMY News 2.
I think this is an inside or not family situation, but somebody over there in that house knows something is going on. What you mean dog sitting at 15 years old? And it just don't sound right. We're going to try to keep on getting into it, especially since you guys told me exactly where it is. I'm just so tired of these kids, these young kids, 4-year-olds, 15-year-olds. I seen you checking her out. Get out of here, man. Sounds like art. Eagle Eyes 440. You talking about that reporter? Yeah, she was kind of cute. I ain't even gonna lie, Eagle Eyes. She was kind of cute, right? She had a nice suntan and everything, nice hair. Yeah, don't even play with me. Pretty woman is a pretty woman to me. That's right. We're gonna keep on moving right now, boy, because we got to go on over here to Detroit. Come on, Batty. Come on, Rebecca. I know you ain't in Detroit, but come on, Detroit. Get to the front of the stage. We got another bad situation, sad situation. First of all, we got to pray for the soul of the 15-year-old that lost her life. We're going to pray that her soul is accepted into heaven, and we're going to hope that her family is given the strength and the love that is needed to get them through this terrible time. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. And hopefully people will stop playing and understand that life is very important and it's time to take things serious. Love is real, and we need to love each other more instead of doing negative things to each other. Amen. For real. Real talk. Detroit, we got this 4-year-old now that was killed in a drive-by Friday because of, check this out. That's why I'm not messing around with the fireworks, all the outside outings and stuff like that, especially depending on who you think is going to be around these situations. I'm not trying to get caught up and be a statistic. I'm just saying it. I'm just going there with it. I don't be outside like everybody else. We outside. I'm on the block. I got an apartment. I got a crib. People that don't got nowhere to stay be on the block and outside because their parents be like, you can't do that in here. You ain't gonna be smoking over here. Get yourself somewhere to stay and earn your keep. And I bet you one thing, you ain't gonna want to be outside. Oh, we outside. That's the new thing, y'all. We outside. No, I'm in the crib. I'm upstairs doing something positive. How about that?
Fox 2 News at 10 starts now.
He's the baby of the bunch, so everybody just gravitated to him. Everybody, no matter what family event, that was everybody's little man.
My son was very helpful to a lot of people.
And tonight, family, friends, and the community are mourning the lives of 2 young souls taken by senseless gun violence, shot on the east side of Detroit. Welcome to Fox 2 News at 10. I'm Hillary Golston. Last night, 3 people were shot near Denby High School. 2 were killed, including 4-year-old Samir and 18-year-old Davion. Now the chorus calling for whoever is responsible to turn themselves in is growing louder and louder. Fox 2's Camille Mary joins us live. She spoke with members of their families. Camille, this is just so heartbreaking, and there's clearly collateral damage here in the people who have to now pick up the pieces after this awful tragedy.
Yeah, it's horrible on so many levels, Hillary. And let me tell you that originally they did have 2 people in custody. They were questioned but released because police determined that they were not the people responsible. So whoever did this is still out there.
Two young Detroiters shot and killed at a park Friday night during a drive-by shooting on Detroit's east side. A third, a 17-year-old boy, was shot but survived.
Children cannot play at parks in our city and be safe like they should be. Can't sit on their porches or in their homes and play their games safe like they should.
4-year-old Samir Grubbs hit by gunfire while he was climbing up the ladder of the slide at Skinner Park, there to play with his siblings.
They beat me out the car because they lived apart, so they got out the car, and I was like, okay, getting ready to get out the car when the shots started.
18-year-old Davion Shelmanson Bay also shot and killed.
I just used to just raise them my hobby protector, so I found out he jumped in front of a bullet to save somebody else. Something that I probably would have did. And the little boy, or whoever he saved, he died in the process. He reacted, He reacted to save somebody else. I don't even think he thought about it. He just did it,
Meanwhile, Samir's mom says they actually went to another park, but it was too crowded, so they came here to Skinner Park.
So I was like, well, we'll just go by the, go to the park by the house, Like, there's no one ever there. And, I wish I could take it back. Wish I would have just stayed at that park,
Parents of both victims sharing sentiments about their children. Samir's mom.
Oh, he was the life of the party. Samir was the baby of my 6. He's the baby of the bunch, so everybody just gravitated to him. Everybody, no matter what family event, that was everybody's little man.
The family's pastor.
4 years old with the mind of a 40-year-old. Knew how to respect his elders, knew how to treat people.
And Davion's father.
His passion was photography. He loved to do that, and he loved building mini bikes. That was one of his passions with him and his big brother here.
Now, this happened in broad daylight, as you saw in the video. It wasn't late at night. Meanwhile, police believe that the pickup truck that the suspects were driving, a dark-colored Dodge Ram pickup truck, either dark red or black in color. Of course, if anybody knows anything watching this, they're encouraged to call DPD or, of course, Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP, and you will always remain anonymous. For now, we're live outside DPD headquarters. Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
It's hard to look at that little kid, that 4-year-old like that, and see he lost his life like that. That's messed up. It's really messed up for that 4-year-old kid and that other kid to lose their life like that. I ask God to accept them into heaven. In Jesus' name, take care of the family, everybody that cares about them, all of their friends. Please try to make them strong to make it through this time. I see the mothers having a lot of stress trying to handle this. I ask that in Jesus' name, give them some strength and ask them to get through this time as best as they can. Amen. Thank you guys for the support in the channel and everything that we do. Reason why we do this, you guys see it, it's real. Stuff going on crazy out there. I can't see that baby's face like that, just smiling like that, and not see what's going on. It's crazy. So sorry, you guys. Normally, I'm never like this. You guys like to see me turned up. Y'all like to see the energy coming out of me. I'm never like this, but it is what it is sometimes. What we got next coming up? Terrible situation, you guys. That was a baby right there, and I just can't understand it. I just can't understand. I'm not even gonna play nothing like that right now. We got to go over. Let's go over to some situation where somebody's stealing or something. Let's go to Detroit. We got these Cartier watches, these credit cards. We got this spree and this crazy fingerprint evidence, and that's basically how they figure it all out. How they figured it all out. You guys, I appreciate y'all. Everybody in these comments, y'all know we don't play when we do this. Y'all know we serious about this. All them hands right there. I love it. I love each and every one of y'all, and for always holding me down and for always being here. This ain't my show. This is our show for real, and y'all proving it right now. Double tap that screen, get them likes up. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Well, witnesses say 34-year-old Desmond Burks, who was struggling financially, was suddenly flushed with cash and expensive jewelry after the doctor's death.
This week's preliminary hearing will determine if there's enough evidence to send Burks to trial. Local 4's Erica Erickson has been following this case closely all week long, joins us in the studio. Erica, what's the latest?
Well, there's pretty wild testimony. The judge declaring one witness hostile today due to her fondness for Burks. But two women both saying after the doctor was killed, Burks began dressing nicer, and acting differently.
Did he have a consistent source of income?
No, he was a hustler.
More testimony from those who knew 34-year-old Desmond Burks well.
Did you previously indicate that he was broke?
Yes.
Reluctantly taking the stand to determine if he'll head to trial for the murder of well-known Dr. Devon Hoover back in April of 2023.
I didn't want to believe it.
You didn't want to believe it?
No.
We lost a neurosurgeon because this fool right here, a neurosurgeon. You don't even think about it. Hell with the money. The profession, how many people this man can save. The lives and the stuff that he can do. Craziness out here now, y'all.
Because you loved him?
Yes.
Prosecutors say Burks was seen in Fairlane Mall on video, a witness confirming cash purchases at a jewelry store, and prosecutors say 2 Cartier watches belonging to Hoover, one he purchased 2 days before he was killed, were discovered in homes linked to Burks, with serial numbers to match. Burks even seen wearing one of them.
What did he say about that watch?
He said that's big money.
He said that's big money?
Big money watch, yes.
And was he showing it off?
Yes.
And did he say big money Des?
Yes.
One witness testifying Wednesday, Burks began acting suspiciously after the doctor's murder.
And what was it that you heard him say?
He was looking for a chop shop.
And did you ever hear him speak of a gun?
Yes, he said he needed to get rid of one.
Another woman says Burks admitted to knowing Hoover, called him a homophobic slur, and used his stolen credit card to go on a shopping spree.
And what do you want you to do with it?
Buy myself something nice.
Now, the prosecution wrapped by adding a single print was found inside Dr. Hoover's SUV that belongs to Burks. The hearing is set to continue Thursday at 10 a.m. with final arguments. We'll, of course, have live updates at clickondetroit.com.
So we lose a neurosurgeon to a hustling thug that just wants to go shopping. He's so messed up that he walking with a cane to go buy jewelry and stuff with the man stolen money. And yes, that man lost his life, a phenomenal person that had the hands to help and save people. So we're going to ask God to help him as well as his family to deal with these times. And hopefully he gets accepted into heaven. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. I got to stop pooling content like this. But it's like really going on in certain places. It's like, what else is going on? I can't be not showing you guys nothing. Try to mix it in with some good news all the time as well. So we got to keep on moving and be strong about what we're pushing. We got to just keep on going. Now we're going to go over to President Trump because he made some comments after Mike Johnson signed the beautiful bill. I know you guys were wondering like, well, what about Trump? What's going on with the bill? All right, I got you. Let's get into it because he's going to make his first comments and let you guys see what's going on.
Congratulations. So we have a very big trip planned to Iowa. Some of you are going with us. And perhaps a lot of you are going with us. How are you? And we have a very big crowd. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're sort of celebrating like the biggest bill of its kind ever signed. And it's going to make this country into a rocket ship. It's going to be really good. Mr. President.
He met with a lot of House Republicans yesterday. Judge not going to react.
I think when you go over the bill, it was very easy to get to a yes. You know, we went over that bill, and point after point, biggest tax cut in history, great for security, great on the southern border, immigration is covered. We covered just about everything. Again, it's the biggest bill ever signed of its kind. Mr. President. Said that they had conversations what comments did you make? Did you tell Representative Lodge that you have to match on the gun rights? What sort of deal did you make to those? Well, I talked to a lot of different Republicans doing it, and we had a good time in being there. I did not have much of a problem with any of them. As you know, we had 2 negative votes, but we had whatever it was. Yeah, I think a few of them.
I'm sorry, we just can't hear no more of that. I heard the beginning of it, but just the rest of it just ain't happening. We got to shoot on over to Washington, D.C., to Georgetown, because we had another incident where we had these people running into stores and stealing clothes again. They stole about $20,000 worth of clothes. There's 6 suspects that's being looked at. Yes, this is in Washington, you guys. Check this out right here. Just happened. It's like they're doing these moshes where they're running inside of stores, doing these retail runs, coming out with all sorts of stuff. and just like, and this is a high-end athletic store that's in Washington. Check this out.
And again in Georgetown, this new video shows a group of suspects targeting the high-end athletic store. Tonight, D.C. police tell us they got away with thousands of dollars in merchandise within just minutes. Now detectives are asking for people to help them identify the 6 suspects. News 4's Walter Morris has our report.
Caught on camera, retail thieves on the run. This video, posted to the popular social media account Washingtonian Problems, is going viral. Several suspects seen sprinting down the street, arms full with thousands of dollars in stolen stuff.
Now this is nothing new. When I was a kid, they used to do this all the time. They used to go to the Gap. They used to all hang out in the front of the Gap, run in there, take stuff, run to the train station and trade off whatever their sizes are. It's gonna happen no matter where you are, and it's just incidents that keep on going on. This happens to be a situation that happened in Georgetown, retail theft. And nothing you can do about it. A lot of companies allocate monetary for losses and things like that, but $20,000, sometimes something like that would make a mom and pop shop close down because they can't take that sort of a hit. But a chain store can probably take that hit. But a mom and pop just got a one house and they're trying to make it, that would have been a terrible situation to them, and the reason why they would have went out of business. Too hard to find a job out there, question mark, says Jeffrey. It ain't really, to tell you the truth, Jeffrey. Young World says, never mind, I misread. Willie says, they were hungry, needed bread. Exactly, yeah, but no, give them some food stamps. How about that, Willie? Let's give them some food stamps. Who else want to see prison work come back? Okay, these people are seriously so pathetic. Yes, the world would rank a mom and pop shop. Yeah, that would end a mom and pop shop. It would tank it, it definitely would. Everywhere, and it's hard. But that don't mean you go out and rob people. Trust me, I make it look like we doing good over here. I ain't out there trying to do nothing crazy. I'd rather do more work. Because always think like this. I am not gonna get to the ripe old age of whatever, and then wind up, watch your head. Because that ride of shame is different. And then guess what? You still got to deal with paying a lawyer. Still got to deal with trying to get out. You still got even more problems. And 9 times out of 10, you're looking at another family member like, can you help me? Can you put your house up? Making it even harder on the people that you were actually trying to help. So you know what? Bang that nail, paint that, scrape that, do that work, and earn it. Real talk, because it's not even worth it. Do it the right way, y'all. Trust me. You know what? You'll be like this. Calm, because you ain't got to look over your shoulder all the time. Because after a while, doing bad, negative stuff, it's going to catch up to you. Come on, let's go on over to Ecuador. How are we going to reveal how this gang leader hid in his hometown for 18 months after a jailbreak? People didn't even know where he was at. Check this out. They didn't even know that he was still in his own hometown. And when I show you guys the elaborate hiding place that they created for this man, that's when you're going to realize how he got away with this. I got to open this screen up. I don't even want to start this clip before the screen is all the way open. I got to let you guys see. Come on now, open up. Let's go. You see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to let them see everything. Come on.
Video of this trapdoor was released by Ecuador's armed forces. It covered the hideout of one of that country's most notorious drug trapfickers. Recaptured over a year after escaping from prison, Jose Adolfo Macias Villamar, known as Fito, leads the powerful Los Choneros gang. He's wanted by the U.S. on charges of importing weapons and thousands of pounds of cocaine into the country.
This is kind of the Pablo Escobar of Ecuador.
Florida International University professor Eduardo Gamarra. What does the capture of Fito mean?
This is a promise that President Noboa made that they would bring Los Choneros under control.
It's the latest dramatic event that's straight out of...
How can y'all read my mind? How can you read my mind? Somebody said exactly what I thought. This person, Ryan, says, why escape to stay in a rat hole, shaking my head? You're exactly right. Found him, Natalie. Morning, Mr. Gotti. Good morning, Drywall. Yes, respect the asylums. 73 to live, 100 a month, Idaho course. It makes no sense. This is crazy. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Motherfucking Bone out of Miami. Happy 4th of July to everybody.
of the movies. Fito rose to the head of Los Choneros 5 years ago before getting arrested. He mocked the government from prison before breaking out last year. His escape prompted a national emergency, triggered prison riots and gang violence across the country. Gang members held Ecuadorian journalist Jose Luis Calderon at gunpoint on live television.
No puede operar.
There was no jail in Mexico for El Chapo,
Yes.
so there's no jail in Ecuador
Yes.
for Fito.
That's right.
Authorities believe Los Choneros trafficked cocaine into the U.S. with the help of Mexico's infamous Sinaloa gang, whose drug lord El Chapo was captured 3 times and is serving a life sentence in Colorado. Fito would be the first Ecuadorian extradited to the U.S.
Will that end drug trafficking? No. Will that end violence? Probably not.
But it is a blow.
It is an important blow, yes.
And a symbolic victory in this country's fight to quell terror. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
They better bring them over here, or you know where they should send them, y'all. You know where they should send them, right? Either El Salvador or Alligator Alcatraz. That's a good place for him, huh? Alligator Alcatraz. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Damn, bro, that suits the one. Thank you so much. Drywall says they have to reset the benefits programs to go to actual Americans. Even if these programs go away for a couple of months, they will come back even better. Okay, I like the way you think, Drywall, because I thought the same thing. Ryan says Alligator Alcatraz. Think they're gonna, I don't know, Eagle. You might be right about that, because you know what? He might have a lot of information on people. Susan Rugger says, Susan Ruggero, all you are USA citizens. Motherfunkin' Bone says, Daddy Lynn, Alligator Alcatraz. Look, she got the little alligator up there. That's right, y'all. Tiger says Alligator Alcatraz causing more self-deportations. It is causing more self-deportations. They're like, yo, you ain't sending me there. I'm out of here. Lunchbox, you ever play Rise of the Kingdoms? Okay, we got to keep on moving now because we got this situation in Phoenix where Piper, that's right, y'all, one of our 4-legged friends, his name is Piper. Guess what Piper did in Phoenix? Little boy looking at his dog. This little dog runs away. The little boy runs after the dog and runs into the Phoenix desert and can't be found. Guess what Piper does? That's right. Our 4-legged friend Piper went and found that dog in the that baby in the Arizona beach, y'all. So Piper, everybody in this comments was like, Piper better be having steak. Piper better be eating good for the rest of his life. If I was that kid's father, Piper would be getting hooked up every day.
Sheriff's canine tracks down a little boy in the desert about 3 hours after the child wandered off while chasing his dog.
And the reunion, it was all caught on camera, and our Lindsay Regis is here now with the heartwarming story. Lindsay.
Yeah, John and Ellen, this really is an amazing story. A canine is the reason a little boy has been found and is with his family tonight. It was an emotional reunion for 5-year-old Zayden and his parents. Take a look.
Hi, buddy.
On June 22nd, 5-year-old Zayden was found in the desert with his dog Marcy.
Marcy! Come here!
Maricopa County deputies say the 5-year-old boy, who's autistic and nonverbal, chased after his dog that night and was seen running towards Salome Highway from the area of 299th Avenue and McDowell and Buckeye. The rescue ended in 3 hours. All a bloodhound named Piper needed to find the boy was his scent.
Mom actually had a pair of socks that was in her purse that he was wearing earlier that day, and then as well as his car seat. So with that, I take the socks in the car seat, put them into a little bag with some gauze, and then that gauze will absorb the boy's scent.
Deputy Sheriff Stephen Lopez with MCSO says this is what Piper is trained to do, track one specific scent.
So this track in particular was about 2 miles. So she tracked for about 45 minutes. From the time the call got kicked out to the time that we located him was right around 3 hours.
Luckily, Zayden was found safe.
Ready to fly?
He was quickly back in the hands of his mom thanks to the swift action of MCSO and Canine Piper.
Go see mama? Let's
want to see her. Hold on. Let's go for a ride. Where's Mama?
Don't do that. MCSO tells us it's difficult to track in Arizona because of the heat. The scent burns off faster, which means less time to track for dogs.
Wow.
Luckily, Piper was still able to find the little boy quickly. Reporting in studio, Lindsay Regis, Fox 10 News.
Yeah.
A Maricopa County Sheriff's
Y'all know
canine
what's
tracks
up.
down a little boy in the desert.
Piper. That's right. Y'all tell the truth now. If that was your kid, be like, excuse me, I got some steaks for Piper. Every week, you're supposed to be giving Piper steaks. What y'all got for me? Awesome job, Piper. What a cute story. Drywall says, we don't deserve dogs. Good job, Piper. Great job from Rebecca. Casey says, great story. Jason says, God bless you, loved one. Thank you. You too. Those American cops do impress me how they use specialized breeds. You notice that, right? You're right about that because you never notice them to have certain specialized breeds because the cop has to train for that. You're right about that. Robin says, my Yorkie name is Piper. Oh, ain't that dope? Mr. Game in 1000 says hi. Liberty and Justice. These dogs are just growing smarter and smarter. Thank goodness for dogs. Eagle Eye 440 says hopefully she watches her kid better. But he's autistic and he got after the dog. So things happen. Things happen all the time. And we're not going to blame the mom because sometimes when I do stuff and I say that, they be like, oh, don't blame the mom. So I want to be fair as well. And we want to thank Maribel right here, 44, for the $4.99 that's saying keep it up. And we want to also thank you, Maribel, because you gloved up, boo. You got that glove. We respect that. We see that glove over there, that gym glove, and we respect it. We thank you for that. We really do. And with that being said, you guys, y'all trying to make some money. Go into the link in the description. You guys can be able to fill out a survey. You'll make some money. I'll make some money too. Up to $750 worth of surveys up in there today. Go ahead and try to fill one out. I think one is about a robotic lawnmower or something like that. So if you got a house and you can maybe answer questions about that, probably be able to make $750 today off of those surveys. Also, I don't know if you got a business, you might be a mobile barber, you might be a dog groomer. I don't know what you got going on, but right now, you know what I want you to do? Send over your promotions, 1080 by 1080. We can put them in the post notification area so that you can get your promotion out to all 35,000 of our subscribers over here on our show. That's right, you guys, we share our platform over here so that everybody can get their promotion out. Only thing I ask is please already be subscribed to the channel and a member of the channel. This way you're at least giving something back when we give you something. And yesterday was phenomenal at Valley Stream. Yesterday went so well. I'm sorry I wasn't able to record it because I had so much going on and it was just me. So we did find our one finalist. That's going to be the person that you guys heard sing the first time. That's going to be our finalist for Queens. But on the 26th of July, that's right, we are going to be doing the Show Your Talent search in Throgs Neck in the Bronx. I'm going to have an address for you guys by tomorrow because we do this every day. I've got the address. Just didn't put the flyer together. The other one was for the other location, and we just got back yesterday. So we're still using this flyer right now. Why? Because we're still looking for that person that's going to win $1,000. You see that right there? $1,000. First, they're going to win $250 in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Queens, and Staten Island when they win the Show Your Talent search. That's for singers, dancers, and anybody that has talent. Stop coming up and saying, oh, only singers? No. If you can cook, that's a talent. If you can do a wheelie, that's a talent. If you can do something that anybody else can't do, it's a talent. If you're a great seamstress, it's a talent. We want to make sure this Show Your Talent search is open for everybody to be able to come out. So don't say, oh, I couldn't come because I can't sing. But you do something good and you might have a great talent. I want to see it, and whatever borough you in, boom, you're going to make $250. Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. Yesterday we did Valley Stream. And yes, we're going to keep on moving and take it to New York and Manhattan where the finalists will make $1,000. $1,000. I'm going to be the one that's going to be hosting it. You guys go over to www.drinkbigdrip.com to sign on to the talent show. Make sure that you're 21 and older. Put your name inside of the mailing list, and that's all you got to do. I'm going to send the location of where we're going to be at, and all you got to do is pop up, and you can make $250 or be the finalist to make $1,250, because after you make that $250, if you win, you could win $1,000 too. With that being said, you guys, have a fantastic Independence Day. You guys be safe out there. Be careful with those fireworks. Be careful around those grills. Watch those kids and have a safe, enjoyable weekend with your family. Make sure that you guys are harmonious and have a good, safe weekend, and take care of each other and have love for each other like we always promote on this channel. I want to thank you guys for supporting our bottom line like you always do. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today on Independence Day at 6 o'clock in the morning, I truly appreciate you. I appreciate you, Young, Megan, Liberty, Drywall, Mark, Brandon, Batty, everybody under the sound of my voice. I really appreciate you guys, every single one of you guys. Mad Hatter, thank you so much for all the support. Casey, you already know I can't even do it without you. And I see you gloved up, no doubt. Stay safe and have a fantastic day, y'all. Y'all already know what I want y'all to do. Drink some water. Problems present opportunities. Even if you're having a problem out there, guess what? We already show you what happened with a problem. We have problems all the time, but what do? You keep on moving. Don't stop like the hands of time. Real talk. Don't give up. Keep on pushing through, because perseverance will get you where you want to be, and people will going to realize it. Thank you guys so much for showing so much love and support for the show. If you have not subscribed, do that right now. Already turn on post notifications by hitting that bell, and I'm going to see you guys at 6 o'clock in the morning. What? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em! One. Peace.